I think we live in an ecosystem where your card becomes your identity. All of a sudden, you are a managing director and a CEO of a large insurance company. Everyone wants your time, and then one fine day, you don't have a card.
Mr. Amit Malik is a dynamic executive and board leader.
Amit is currently the CEO and the country head for one of the technology companies.
Talent for inspiring innovation. Mr. Amit Malik's personal leadership mantra is leadership is a choice, not a position.
I started to ask why before why became fashionable. To be successful, you just don't need knowledge or you just don't need skills. You also need to be relevant.
When I was struggling to find my feet in the world, you were kind enough to give me time to have a cup of coffee with you. This trait of being curious, I think it's a panacea to build connection.
So when you meet people, it's important to understand their story. Each one of us has a story. If I read about Bill Gates or I read about Albert Einstein, when I meet Gaurav, why will I not use the opportunity to learn from Gaurav's journey?
Today if you look back at younger Amit, what would you talk about him?
I think over age I've wizened and like this I've realized which battles to pick up, which to let go. And I think parenting does that to you a lot. I started to understand the difference between being assertive and being aggressive. When you're aggressive, you only think of yourself, you don't think of the ecosystem.
You make sure that you invest time on your health. You make sure that you make time for your relationships. How have you been able to bring this kind of focus in your life?
I'm very miser with my time. So I need to be very clear what I'm going to spend it on. So I had a coach, and actually she helped me see this side of me that I needed to. I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it enough. What I call it personally is seamless compartmentalization.
Seamless compartmentalization. What do you mean by creating inclusive growth culture? And how does one do that?
Look at the journey there. Then you have Gen X, then you have Gen Y, then you have Gen Z. Right? The role that the organization plays is to assimilate. See, it's like saying the differences exist, but how do we make that as a strength? Right from Cha-Cha-Cha of the 60s to the Swifties. Everything is played and everyone grooves on it.